Hello, everybody. As you're signing in, don't forget to sign in. So we're going to give everybody a minute to catch up because we've got a list of things to talk about today. Just send in your first name. Most of you, we can see you. Sup, Leanna? Winsome, Heather, hello. Sup there, Terry? Keep on signing in, everyone. We technically have a minute, so thank you, Winsome and Felicia and Heather, for all being on time today. You're actually 1 minute, 2 minutes early. Thank you for being early. I can talk about some personal stuff while we're all on here. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna shave my head during this quarantine time. I just can't. I can't make it to the barber shop. Got to figure my life out. We'll see what happens. You might log on one day and there'll just be nothing. Just an ashy head. Hi, Lashonda, Rima, Alicia. Welcome. Cindy. Keep on signing in, everyone. Keep on logging in. April. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine with an exclamation point. Shantae, keep on going. Keep on signing in. All right, we want to give everybody about 10 seconds more to sign in. 10 seconds. Liz, Jose, Jackie. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Keep on going. All right, so really quick, we've had our 10, 15 seconds. This is what I need all of us to do all together. This is your daily reminder to take a deep breath. Here's what we're going to do collectively. We're going to take a moment. We're going to take a deep breath in. Don't breathe in anybody's face, please. And we're going to all let it out at the same time. This is your one reminder today. After this, remind yourself to take a deep breath. The world is a stressful place. Life is stressful. We're going to take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Just feel better. I have a list of things to review with you, but before we review, I like to take a minute and just say thank you again. We're holding up pretty well as a company. Ashley and I were on a phone call today with providers for one of the other counties that we serve, and we are doing very, very well. We're doing quite well compared to some of the other providers out there, and that's because of you and your hard work. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you're doing. We have a couple of things we need to follow up on, a couple of things we need to review, and my hope is that we can get through it quickly. All right. All right, so first, check-ins. If you are watching and you have not checked in, please check in so that you can get credit for being here. And if you're off the clock, you can get credit and get paid. We all want to get paid. Two, we're going to talk about documentation really quick. We're going to break documentation down into sections over the next 3 days. We have been reviewing a lot of documentation, and we are struggling, many of us, with how to complete it and what to complete. So we're going to focus on 2 parts of documentation today. By the end, Akeem, you have checked in. I can see your name. You've checked in, Akeem. You're good. So that by the end of the week, there's going to be a quiz at each residential site, and that you will have to answer based off of the things we go over for the next 3 days. All right, so 1, everyone should be utilizing the residential documentation form. So when you open up your tablet, you click the form circle, go to residential. We're not doing CPS, we're not doing anything else. If you're working in a direct capacity, you should be completing the residential documentation form. When you are documenting on goals, that's after you enter the demographic information. When you document on those goals, please be very specific. For example, if the goal says Bob will walk across the street to aid in his desire to be independent. If that's the goal, you should respond with, What did Bob do to meet that goal or not meet that goal? Don't restate the goal. So it should be Bob walked across the street independently, walked across the street today twice. He needed help identifying whether the traffic light was green, yellow, or red. And then you have to enter if the person needs assistance, they did it independently, or they refused. Many of you are indicating statements that are not necessarily true. For example, if Bob walked across the street, if you helped with any part of that, it was not independent. If you held Bob's hand, if you helped Bob look for cars, if you helped Bob look at the traffic light, it was not done independently. So please, please make sure you're understanding what you're documenting. I'll give you another example. If the person's goal is Stacy will bake a dessert because she likes to bake. If the response should be, Stacy baked a cake today and shared it with her housemates. Stacy needed assistance with measuring the flour, cracking the egg, and cleaning up afterwards. The staff, whoever the staff is, John assisted Stacy with turning on the oven and putting the cake batter in the oven and taking the cake batter out. Stacy, and the response will be either Stacy did it independently, she needed assistance, or she refused. Stacy needed assistance. How do we know that? You helped her with something. If the person's 100% independent and you've had to do nothing, then you indicate they were independent. We track all of these things so that we can print out a large schematic and show where people are with their goals. And it makes it very hard to do that if while we're reading, what you're documenting does not reflect what we know to be true for the person. For example, we had somebody the other day indicate that a nonverbal person spoke to them and told them what they wanted to do, and that's just not possible. They couldn't tell you. So that's one with documentation. Two is with your ABC forms. Remember that ABC forms are for per behavior. It is not for your entire shift. So if you have a behavior, especially if it's a behavior we're tracking, right now, everybody's having behaviors. I'm having behaviors on a daily basis. So those of you who've been on the phone with me know you should probably be doing an ABC form for each behavior I'm having, not an ABC form for my entire day. Does that make sense? ABC forms are by the behavior, not for an entire shift. Got it? Got it. Oh, Michael is on. What's up, Mike? And Corey, Tyree, thank you. If you have not signed in, once again, make sure you signed in. Hey, Melissa, Lakeish, Wanda, Krista, Caitlin, welcome. Denise, yes, you did check in. I see you. Thank you, Jose, for being honest about your deficiency. We appreciate it. All right, number two, let's talk about medication. Right now, if you work residentially, we have been administering morning meds. The last shift of the day, they've been administering morning meds. To keep everyone gainfully employed during this pandemic, it's essential that we cut overtime. We've been harping on overtime for the last 2 years now. In order for us to keep everyone where they need to be, we have to cut some of that overtime. Some of you, if you're ending on third shift, or if your houses, I think all the houses now are split between 2 shifts. If you're going to incur overtime by administering the meds, just have the next shift do it. All you have to do is communicate. I'm going to slow way down and say it again. So let's say you're working on Mansfield Court. And you normally administer the meds. You're the shift that's leaving. But if I stay an extra 15 minutes, it's going to be overtime. Do not administer those meds. Have the next shift do it. But it is your responsibility to communicate to make sure it needs to be done. When you're doing your shift exchange, that's when you're communicating these things. Hey, this morning, I'm not staying to do the meds because it's going to incur overtime. Can you administer the meds? If there's an issue or discrepancy, by all means, say something. Reach out to your supervisor, reach out to the on-call, reach out to someone. All Are there any questions on the meds? I'm going to give you about 10 seconds. Any questions on administering meds and how you should do it? We're not in a normal place right now, you all, so we have to do some different thinking and out of the box thinking. Thank you, Heather. Heather just said there's not enough ABC forms for my behaviors. Yes, thank God we're not truthfully tracking my behaviors. Any questions? Any questions on meds? Or any questions on how this is one of the simple ways we can cut overtime? Shantae, excellent point. Shantae said, you can come in a couple minutes before your shift to communicate. That's the best way to do it, honestly. We're hoping that you're not nickel and diming us for everything, but we're hoping that that's a great point, Shantae. If you can come in a few minutes early, that would help out too, to get your communication, do your walkthrough, do your exchange. That would eliminate a huge problem. Great thought, Shantae. All right, I want to move on to the next one. Anxiety. By show of hands, how many of you have been feeling anxious over the last 4 weeks? I can put both my hands up. I'm so anxious right now, I probably have sweat marks. I am anxious about everything. So Mike Judkins, and we're going to send this article out to everyone. I need a PRN. Yes, PRNs for everyone. PRNs all around. You get a PRN, you get a PRN. PRNs for everybody. A little bit of Ativan goes a long way. So anxiety is up for everyone. And Mike sent me a wonderful article. I'm going to review some of the points today. We're then going to have Mike hopefully send it out and help. And it's a great read to help you. And if it helps you, it'll help our consumers as well. So I've got a couple tools for you, and then we're going to keep going. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. So if you are like me, I go to bed sometimes anxious, sometimes I wake up anxious, and I have my own way that I deal with my anxiety. But these are just some really good pointers if you are struggling with anxiety right now. While anxiety is a serious thing, we might be joking and laughing now, but anxiety is a serious and real feeling. And you have to acknowledge what you're feeling and how you're feeling. So if you have been feeling anxiety in the morning, before your feet hit the floor, you're already anxious, there's a couple of points here that I hope you use. And there's a couple of things we're going to start to implement for our consumers and for you. I hope they're beneficial. So what? How to manage your stress or anxiety in the morning. You can try these things. One, acknowledge your anxiety. As adults, and not necessarily just with men, but many women as well, you're taught to be strong and to be fearless, and all of those are wonderful and commendable things. But in order to really understand how you're feeling, you have to accept how you're feeling. I am anxious, I am scared, I am worried, I'm angry. I'm angry that I'm not getting all the overtime I used to get. I am angry that the state of the world, I am angry, I'm upset, I'm anxious, I'm fearful. Whatever you're feeling, start with acknowledging it. Making sure that you are mindful of what is happening to you. This can help you cope with your feelings of anxiety, knowing that there's a biological contribution, and it can also make what you're facing a little bit easier. If you're anxious about coming to work right now, if you're anxious about your children, many of you know I have a person with compromised health in my house. My daughter has had a total of 4 open heart surgeries, and I have to worry about her even before COVID-19. It's always been a stressor in my life and an area of anxiety. So acknowledging first that I am anxious because of this will help me process it. 2, eat breakfast. I love to eat. A low blood sugar in the morning, which is common after not eating all night, can cause symptoms like sweating and negative feelings that may mimic anxiety. Tasha Holland Hornegay, she has a PhD, she's a counselor. She recommends incorporating foods with magnesium, which has been shown to help reduce anxiety. It would be wise to include these foods daily, and some food choices that are high in minerals, such as almonds, cashews, hazelnuts, fish, bran cereals, and whole grains. Acknowledging, eat a healthy breakfast, throw some minerals in there. All right, this next one is a big one. Follow a routine. We preach this to our consumers all the time. We preach it as staff, but it's very hard for us to follow it in our lives if you're a staff member. It's routine, 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 routine. The same thing, the same way every single time. Follow a routine. Morning anxiety can make it difficult to get up and out. Having a solid routine for the first 2 hours of the day allows you to get your day started and interrupt negative thoughts swirling in your head. I'm going to read that again because this is critical. I'm going to slow it down. Morning anxiety can make it difficult to get up and out. Having a solid routine for the first 2 hours of the day allows you to get your day started and interrupt the negative thoughts swirling in your head. Regular morning exercise can be especially helpful. A routine may also help you feel more in control, which can reduce feelings of anxiety. A repetition is soothing. Acknowledge it, eat something, create a routine, and throw some exercise in there. This is a great place for us to start acknowledging, and many of you have already acknowledged you're feeling anxious right now. Let's do something about it. It's not enough to just have the feeling, but let's do something about it. Let's do something collectively about it. All right. With that said, Mike, I'm going to forward this article to Jocelyn. She will send it out to all of you. I just gave you the highlights of it. It's a phenomenal read. Please, please, please take some time out of your schedules and read it. It is wonderful. All right. Next, I have a couple of really good things for you. So if you have children, most of our area school districts are giving out free lunch to kids. These lunches are phenomenal. Everyone's entitled to it. It doesn't matter if you have 1 kid, 6 kids, 2 kids. It doesn't matter if your kid is 18 or your kid is 1. It doesn't, income limits don't matter. Everybody is eligible for them. Contact your local school district. I can speak 100% for Wilson Area School District and Easton. They are definitely doing the lunch program. I believe Allentown is doing it as well. Please reach out to your local school district. It's a great way to, one, put a little bit of routine in, but also to help you out. One less meal you have to make. Free lunch. Also, I want to share with you all a program we're going to start doing on Fridays. Friday will be Fitness Friday. So I would like for you, oh, thank you. Everyone's commenting, other school districts. Bethlehem is doing it too. So Fridays will be Fitness Fridays. We're all going to work out together, everybody, including me. And actually, in honor of Fitness Friday, I put on my lime green workout shirt. Don't worry, I'm completely covered. I know you're watching, Miss Deb. It's appropriate. So I've got on my lime green fitness shirt. I'm ready to work out for on Friday. So make sure you have on your workout clothes on Friday. Fitness Friday will be here. We're going to get together. We're going to exercise together. We're going to take some deep breaths together. And part of that is to help us with our anxiety, our frustrations, and to encourage our consumers. So I know like MF is watching and some other people are watching. Yes, Victoria, we're working out together. We're going to do this and we're going to do it in a fun, creative way. So Fitness Friday, make sure you're ready. All you need to do is have on comfortable clothing. That is it. All right. In other news, we're going to get to the trivia question. In other news, something great, a couple of great things that are happening. So through our Director of Clinical Services, Krista, she has helped us to form a partnership with Harcum College. So that'll be something new coming out as well. We will have some of their OT students will be working with our consumers in a telehealth session Way to go, Krista. Excellent job connecting us. So look for emails and look for other ways. Look for an email for how these students will be connecting with our consumers. It's another outlet and resource for them. Way to go, Krista. Excellent job. Phenomenal. Um, Also, if you're a member of the leadership team, we will be having a leadership meeting early next week. Please look out for that. Um, there's recommendations for LVAS Zumba. That's a possibility. Okay. Painkillers. Here last time I purposely worked out. Thank you, Sarah. We're all going to do it together. We can do it together. We'll sweat to the oldies. Um, so I also want to review with you all open positions. We have tons of positions open, and this is a great time for you to be able to share your start a new journey. This is a good time to start a new journey, especially now that things have slowed down. Um, this is a great moment to help your work on your career. We have everything from internships to program manager, team leader, director positions open and available. If you're interested in something, reach out to human resources, get to Deb or Rima, and they will point you in the right direction. All right. Last but not least, the trivia question for the day. So yesterday, congratulations to April Rodriguez. We will be by today with your wonderful gift card. The question of the day, who is the longest serving employee? Longest serving employee that we have. So I'm going to give you a minute to type in your responses. Ooh, some of these are within a day of each other. So let's see. I see Vicki Edwards, nope. Naomi, nope. Kendall, possibly. We're going to come back to that. Miss Vicki, nope. Tom, fire safety. Oh, Rob. You're talking about Rob Rennigan, nope. Vicki, Rachel, nope. Robert R, nope. I see another one for Kendall. Nope. Who is Tom? Chuck, nope. Nope. Mama Liz. Well, technically, probably. But no, it's not Miss Liz either. Vicky said me. No, it's not you, Vicky. Terry, nope. April, who? We have a whole bunch of Aprils. Miss Jackie, nope. John. Okay, so let me back up. Technically, I would be the longest serving employee. However, I excluded myself yesterday. So Winsome, through a technicality, you're right, but yesterday I did say that I was excluded. Miss Jocelyn, nope. Miss Deb, nope. Are you ready? This was another trick question. Are you ready? So it would have been Kendall. Kendall's hire date was in June of 2015. However, Kendall was part-time then. I saw Conchetta. Conchetta's text me. She meant Robert from fire safety. Nope, not Robert either. It technically would have been Kendall. He was June of 2015, but Kendall was part-time then. He was working in New York and doing a whole bunch of other things. The official winner, actually, let me see if who said it. Let me scroll up and see the first person who said it. Vanessa actually got it. She's the first person to give the correct answer. The correct answer is Rima. I didn't think it was Rima yesterday, but Miss Deb helped and pulled together everybody's hire dates. So it's between Rima and Jose. They were hired back to back, and then right behind them it would be Denise Aponte. So the winner is Denise. I'm not Denise. I'm sorry, Vanessa. Vanessa, you won. Congratulations. You win the prize. You get a gift card. You can send Jocelyn an email where you'll be working next, and you get the gift card. Congratulations, Vanessa. Way to go. All right. So I know I said we weren't going to give you all a heads up about tomorrow's trivia question, but tomorrow's going to stump most of you. So we're going to give you a chance to work together to figure it out. Although we're only giving out one prize. Don't be fooled. So whoever gets the answer right gets it. We have served many consumers. Can you name the consumer by initials that we have cared for the longest? Name the consumer that we have cared for the longest by initials. Do not put the person's name on the thing. Just identify the person and their initials. You're going to have to work together to figure this out. A few of you may get it right. I suspect most of you will get it wrong. Well, Corey said, can we do some other trivia? I would have never guessed it. Well, we want you to work together, Corey, and start calling people and kind of working together. And Vanessa's newer as well. She said she paid attention in training. That's what happens when you pay attention in training, because we do go over some of this stuff. So tomorrow's trivia question, you will have to name the consumer that we have cared for the longest. The longest. All right, so I just want to review a couple quick things, make sure that we're all on the same page. We went over trivia for tomorrow. Open positions, apply. We actually will have a new hire training class starting soon. If you know someone who's looking for a job, we are hiring, believe it or not. So when all of this is over and we go back to business as usual, we'll be fully staffed. Leadership team, we're going to look for an email for our meeting for next week. We congratulated Krista on connecting us with Harcum. We've talked about Fitness Fridays. We'll be working out together, sweating to the oldies. Yeah, I'm hoping some of our consumers are joining in and we can maybe do some Zumba. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's not going to be Zumba. I can't do Zumba in front of you all. We talked about the free lunch program. We talked about anxiety and what we're feeling. We talked about medication and how we're administering, and we went over a documentation. So we're going to review more in documentation tomorrow. Right now, do you have any questions for me? I'm going to give you some time. You can ask whatever you would like to ask, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to say thank you again while you're sending in your questions. We appreciate you. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I purposely put on this lime green today just for you all. I did it just so that we could talk about Workout Fridays, Fitness Fridays. We'll also have a few things coming up from Cindy with nutrition and overeating. So we're going to work something out with Cindy this week to see how we can do it. Do we still have the consumer with us now? Yes, the consumer is still with us now. Oh, yes. Thank you, Naomi. So we are taking an inventory of all of the tablets that are out there. So whether you're in waiver programs, residential, clinical services, wherever you are, we're taking an inventory of all of the devices because we want to upgrade them. This is a great time for us to upgrade all of our tablets, phones, any of our devices. So if you get a phone call, please get back to Naomi and Kaylee as soon as possible so that we have a phone call with AT&T next week so that we can, I'm reading everyone's comments and trying to talk at the same time. Forgive me, you all. So we can, I know what I was talking about. Yes, tablets, so that we can get all of the tablets and cell phones updated that we need to have updated, and we can order newer and better equipment for you all. Any other questions? I'm not answering trivia questions for tomorrow. Hey, B, what's up? I just saw you the other day, B, so I know you're good. I don't know if that was yesterday or Sunday. That was Sunday. I don't remember. Oh, tell her we love her too. All right. Any other questions? All right. One more time before we all leave right now, I'd like you to take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in. Let it out. Just don't breathe in anybody's face. We love you, you all. Thanks for doing what you're doing. We appreciate you. And there's a couple of tricky things coming up this week. Tune in for tomorrow. We actually have some really exciting news that's going to benefit everybody. Yay, spirit fingers. All right, guys, we love you. Have a great day. Oh, okay, we're good. Naomi's handling the tablets. Thanks, guys. Love you all. Bye.